What's up, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. Please note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Webull link. If you deposit any amount of money, you're guaranteed 12 free stocks. Deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20. Deposit $2,000, you're guaranteed 40. Anyways, right now, Tesla's continuing to hold up very, very well. We had a nice bullish divergence that was developing. And on top of this, I just want to say that Tesla got a nice breakout since earnings. We broke in past the 244 area, and I said that if we broke that, we're looking for 250 as our next target. Tesla's broken all of them. We're looking at this 252 resistance right up here. And if Tesla breaks that, our next target is all the way up towards this gap fill at 258. So right now, Tesla looks very, very bullish. There's no sign of this stopping yet. I also want to mention that not only did we gap up, but we're testing this resistance. I was trying to fill this gap up here around this 258 area, so Tesla remains very, very bullish. Q3 earnings were fantastic, according to reports. I just want to say it's still getting a lot of headlines, a lot of hype. You guys can see Elon Musk was very excited to announce big things as well. And the momentum remains. So Tesla's like a very, very large locomotive. It has so much momentum, so much steam. And it's continuing to push and push and push. So there's no sign that Tesla's done yet, and this thing could continue to run as it's an absolute monster. In terms of our data, the overall data was not too bad, not too great, kind of like in the middle. We got the PMI reports. The market actually dipped a little bit once this came out, despite the data looking normal. Besides that, the manufacturing numbers were a little bit weaker than expected. And besides that, everything else was like very minor. So there's not really much coming out on the data side, at least from this point on. That's why the market dipped a bit and now it's just consolidating. So as far as Tesla goes, we look very bullish on the daily. I think we will eventually fill the gap to 258 and there's more upside potential. And Tesla could continue to pump. As far as SPY goes, I just want to say that we've been dipping a little bit, but we're not doing too bad because when you look at the 4-hour time frame, we're still kind of shuffling near our key EMAs. We're very close to our 50 EMA around the 579 area. Our resistance that's very important is going to be at 580. We're still higher than where we were during yesterday's lows. So not bad. We're up 0.2%. I think SPY is going to continue to shuffle in the 579s throughout the entire day. And we'll see if it ends up losing 579 or not. But I think we're just going to be shuffling a lot. There will be a big move towards the very, very final hour of the day. But until then, look for a lot of shuffling. If we end up closing below 578, I'm going to turn a little bit more bearish. And if we manage to close above 580, we could actually try to push higher. So otherwise, we're just range bound. Same thing with ES. We did reject a little bit off the 4-hour 20 and 50 EMAs. I called out that resistance. Now I think we're going to be shuffling very close to about 58.40 for a little bit longer. Now, if we lose that, we're looking for 58.30s our supports, and we have this resistance up here around 58.50. Otherwise, we're just range bound for now. So I presume that's going to be the most likely case for us. As far as Nvda goes, we're also range bound. Right over here, we have this resistance around this 140, just under 142 area, and our support to watch for is very close to 140. So I think we're just going to shuffle as well in the 140 range. The market's not doing much for the time being, but there could be a bigger move towards close. Bitcoin remains bullish. We're looking for 68,000 as our potential targets. Excuse me. For a few more, we have NQ pushed our 50 to 20 EMA range right here around 20,400, only to reject and start dipping back down. We're looking for 20,300 as our support, not to mention 20,200. So we could dip a little bit lower, but I think we're just going to be stuck within the range between 20,300 and 20,400. For the QQQ, we pumped very nicely towards this resistance around 493. Our support to watch for is at 491.5. So we're kind of stuck in the middle. I'm not really expecting much from here. We could see if this tries to break out, but I think we're just going to be range bound between 491 and 493, which aligns with the 20 and 50 EMAs. So in that range, we're going to most likely be stuck. For Apple is kind of stuck in the middle as well. We have 230 as our key zone. I think we're just going to consolidate around that range, not really doing a whole lot either. So give that a little bit more time to develop. For Netflix, we're kind of dipping a bit. We're basically looking at 749 as our main resistance. If we don't break through that, we could be dipping back down to about 744. And if we hold this, we could attempt to rebound. I think we just shuffle as well. So like I said, the market's just shuffling for now. There's not much going on. Even Nvda, not Nvda, even the IWM is basically stuck as well in this range around this 220 area. Completely stuck, not doing much. So I think we just shuffle for a bit. It is possible we get a small dip to about the 219 area before this thing tries to bounce. But for now, we are just shuffling. There's not much that's going on. Amazon, on the other hand, got a nice bounce. We were talking about how this was going to dip before it attempted to rebound. We dipped all the way down, even lower than expected, towards the 183s, only to rebound. So now it looks like it wants to push back up to 187 plus. For Meta, We're on a bit of a downtrend here. We're looking at the support around 563, so it might be dipping to 563 and then continuing to shuffle between 563 and 568. So look for some downside and a lot more consolidation. Microsoft is also slowing. We're looking at this main support around 423. I think that we have resistance at 425, then the support at 423, so we could be dipping a little bit lower towards that support. As far as Google goes, we're also kind of range bound right here. We have this resistance around 165, and we could be dipping back down lower towards 163.5. Might be a small dip towards that level before it tries to rebound, but as of right now, it's on a slight downtrend, so there might be a dip coming to Google. Anyways, I'm going to cut this video kind of short. So just know that the market is all over the place. We're seeing a lot of shuffling for SPY, Nvidia, and the others, but Tesla's outperforming the market, continuing to remain very bullish. We're watching to see if it could hold above 252. If that's the case, I think we eventually fill the gap to 258, and then the 260s are coming next. Tesla remains very, very bullish. There's no sign of it slowing down quite yet. All right, thank you for listening, guys. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours for another update, and peace out.